All right, hey everyone, this is a public service announcement on a phishing email. It's a fraud, but it looks really, really good. So that's why I wanted to take a moment just to show you why this is a fraud. So this is from service at paypal.com. And if you look, it does come actually from paypal.com, which makes it less suspicious right off the rip. It's basically a formal official PayPal invoice. All of this information is from PayPal. So it can be very, very tricky. So, first of all, some things that gave me some concern. Obviously, an invoice from a Florida Public Benefit Corporation, which is a generic legal term for a thing in Florida, but it's not the name of an actual company, and it's for $1,000. And I'm like, well, we give away a lot of money in ministry, and I don't remember giving away $1,000 to some random public benefit corporation in Florida. So that was the first suspicion. Um, but did notice it came from an official PayPal account. I did go in just to make sure I don't actually have an invoice in my PayPal account. So one of the things I will note here is the to address, which is this right here. You have successfully placed an order. This is the to person, and the actual address is order status 16 at oplacrm.com, which is not a legitimate address for me. Um, but because they put this text in there, that's what shows, if you have like your name and then the email address behind it. This is the name part of that email address, which is kind of interesting. The reason I'm not listed in the to line is because it's sent to me on BCC. I looked at the message headers. I don't expect everybody to do that. The BCC for this goes to an email address that I do not use for PayPal. I use a very specific address for PayPal. So, but even not knowing that, right? Um, this information, this is the goal of the phishing scam, right? The view and pay invoice is legitimate. That will take you to PayPal to actually um, pay the invoice if you choose to give these fraudsters $1,000. You can't actually see the mouse over content um, whenever I hover over this with my cursor. It's popping up on a different window, but it does go to an official PayPal.com invoice thing. So that is legitimate. The email is legitimate. So the fraud is here, which is they want you to call this number. Fraud alert, didn't make this order. They want you to report this. This number here goes to the threat actor. This is their goal, is to get you on the phone to try and take advantage of you. So this is in the know for seller. This is something that they put in the note when they created the invoice. Do not call this number. That is not PayPal. That is a threat actor. So that's the goal of the scam. It comes from a legitimate PayPal invoice creation process. The email comes legitimately from PayPal. This is the scam. They want you to call them. So don't do it. As a matter of fact, they probably make it so egregious that you will call them, right? $1,000. Oh my gosh, that's not me. Let me call and report this. Don't do that. If you want to report it, you can forward it to phishing at paypal.com, phishing at paypal.com. That's what I did, just to make them aware of it. And yeah, I think that is the best course of action, and or just delete it. But again, this is super tricky because it's a legitimate PayPal invoice, legitimately from PayPal. So we've been trained to look at who it's coming from, and if that's suspicious, then it's a suspicious email. But in this case, it's not suspicious. It came from PayPal. So the next step is to look at what the end goal is, and that is to get you to call them. So anyway, that's it. PSA. Thanks for watching.